cool.
Hey, we're going to have us a big old time here on TABC Radio. J.D. Rose, Jeff Hine with you. We've got Bill Schoening. I know you recognize that name, Texas sports fans. Also, we've got Mike Vasquez and Nick Whitworth with us today, and we're ready just to kick around a few tunes. At least I say we. I don't have a mouse in my pocket. You guys are going to be playing some tunes, and we're just going to talk a little sports and just have us a good time this morning. Well, come on in here.
Well, thank you, man. This is such a cool, homey place, right, Nick? I mean, we just kind of pulled up, and Fredericksburg, Texas, good spot. Mike, Nick, and I drove over from Austin today, so this is a cool spot. Thanks for inviting us, Jeff and JD. Appreciate that.
You bet. I'm looking forward to it. Well, let's get things started right away. Everybody knows you're the voice of the Spurs, and you've been doing that since 2001. But you grew up in Philly, right? But
right.
When you got to Texas, I guess as quickly as you could.
That's
right?
the rule, right? Get here as quickly as you can. And I moved to Texas in 1980. I got my first play-by-play job in a little town called La Mesa, if you know where that is.
I do.
Out in West Texas, about 60 miles south of Lubbock. And I was the voice of the La Mesa Golden Tornadoes for 3 years. Didn't make any money, but I did a lot of games and drove a lot of miles through West Texas.
Well, like athletes, you got to get those reps in. So you got all your reps in there.
All about getting at bats, right? So I know where Seminole is, and Monahans, and Pecos, and Fort Stockton. And I was there for about 3 years. Then I went to Huntsville, not because I had to go in for anything incarceration-wise, but I was hired to be the voice of the Sam Houston State University Bearcats.
Awesome.
At the tender age of 24, so I started doing college ball. And I was there 6 years, and then I got a call to go to KLBJ in Austin. And that was my big break. And I got on the Longhorn Network, and I did the Longhorns for, I always say 36 seasons, JD, because I did 12 football, 12 basketball, and 12 baseball seasons. And then the Spurs in 01 made me an offer I couldn't refuse. So.
Man, you do a great job. And
thank you.
I dabble in broadcasting a little bit. I've got a little online station too where we do local Bat and Billies here. But
awesome.
Basketball just moves pretty fast. Do you prefer, or, you do it yourself, and that's impressive. You do it all by your lonesome. But have you ever worked paired up with basketball?
Oh, yeah.
Is it too fast to pair up with?
Well, it's sometimes difficult in the NBA with the 24-second shot clock and all the different things we've got to get in. It's difficult to work a color analyst in, but I had Craig Way for years at Texas. Of course, Craig took over as the voice of the Longhorns when I left. He does a great job. But when I got to the NBA, it was a little bit of an adjustment without a color analyst. There's only 8 of us around the league that work without a color guy. But it was really cool to, do that. And now working the color analyst in would be difficult because I'm used to being the play-by-play guy and the analyst. And it's a real rapid-fire broadcast. It's a 2.5-hour broadcast, and things go so quickly. And on occasion, I'll have a guy like Sean Elliott sit in or whatever. Sean's really good about going to drink wine afterwards. He's like a wine connoisseur.
Well, so is Bob, right?
Yeah, oh, absolutely.
Yeah.
And their wines tend to be a little more expensive than the wines I drink, to be honest with you. But I learned a lot about wine through Pop and Sean Elliott, but especially Sean because he's kind of like my running buddy on the road, and we have a good time.
Yeah, well, you do a great job.
Thank you.
Do a great job. And real quickly, let's talk a little Spurs. We're going to get to some music, folks, so y'all hang in there. But how's their playoff picture looking right now? I mean, if they don't make it, I don't want to jinx them, but they're going to get in there. I think they're going to sneak in there. But if not, it's been a long time since they have not been in the playoffs.
It's been 20 years since they haven't made the playoffs.
Right.
The picture looks a lot better now than it did about 10 days ago.
Good.
Because they're on a 5-game winning streak. They've won all games in this homestand. They got one more tomorrow night with Utah. Right now they're sitting at 6th, but they're only a game out of 4th. They're 3 games out of 9th, which is good because they got a little cushion now. But there's still work to be done. There's only 10 games left. So knock on wood, they'll make the playoffs once again, and that's good because I like to keep working. I don't mind a 3-month vacation. I don't want a 5-month vacation because then Nick and Mike get tired of me because I got something to do and I write these songs. I need some help from these guys. So it's better for them if the Spurs keep winning for sure.
Love it. Your wife, Jerry, I bet she's out there listening. Hello, Jerry.
I'm
You
sure
got
she is.
2 sons.
Yeah, Eric's a meteorologist in Salt Lake City.
He gets a paycheck for being wrong half the time.
That's exactly right.
That's awesome.
And he also works for the government. He's with the National Weather Service. So he got the brains. He got his brains from his mom. And then Carl wants to do what I do. And he's kind of piecing everything together. He's doing some radio, doing some basketball stuff. He did some Austin Spurs, which is the Spurs minor league affiliate, the G League.
Cool.
Yeah, so he's done about 8 or 9 games this year. He's doing some high school football. So he's kind of piecing everything together. He's into yoga now. He wants to go out to California and become yoga certified. So he's going to do that this summer. But he's a great kid, and really enjoy having him around. And he lives in San Marcos, so he's close by. So I don't know whatever happen if he ever moves away. He's like a good friend, and he's 26 years old now, so he's a good guy.
Man, that's great. That's great. That's kind of what we got going on with you as far as your family and everybody, and we know you got a lot of listeners out there. So let's talk music now. Let's talk about the disc. You Know Me Well, and you wrote every track on the CD, man.
Yeah, or co-wrote.
Or co-wrote.
I got some help from some of these guys, for
right.
sure. But the song you just heard coming in was You Know Me Well, and we brought Malford Milligan in as the 4-time Austin Male Vocalist of the Year. And I'll have Nick talk about that for a moment, because Nick produced the CD, produced 11 of the 12 songs on there, and having Malford come in was a lot of fun, wasn't it, Nick?
Oh, he's absolutely amazing, and just being able to work with him, man. And every time he sang, he just brought it up a notch, and absolutely incredible.
I think he's one of the best singers on the planet.
Oh, absolutely.
I mean, seriously, he can belt.
I almost blew up one of my microphones. I mean, it's just, oh my gosh, I can.
Let's go see Storyville all the time. Man, what great stuff that was. In fact, if you ever go back to, I guess it's on YouTube or whatever, but go to see one of their shows from the old Austin City Limits show. Not the new stage, but the old stage on the UT campus up around 26th Street. Just an amazing show with David Grissom and David Holt and all those guys.
Yeah.
It's an amazing group, and Malford brought out the soul in that for sure.
Yeah, good stuff. Now, Nick, you've worked with a lot of folks through the years. You do a lot of producing, but you've got your road time in too, don't you? You got your highway miles, right?
I did. I did.
Gary P. Nunn.
Gary P. Nunn. We call it Gary duty, is what we called it. I did almost about 10 years of that, and I grew up in Kerrville, just a hop away from here, and so just that kind of music's always been around
the Whitworth jerky people.
No, not those
okay.
guys. But hey, if they want to be a sponsor, I'd love to. So, but yeah,
who else have you worked with over the years?
Oh my goodness.
Too numerous to mention, right?
Yeah, just a lot of different people, and of course, Bill falling into my lap and getting to work with him, and it's been a lot of fun. But I've done a lot of projects, a lot of stuff in Austin with different groups, ranging from country to rock. Just
And Nick's also, he's a little too humble to talk about this, but he's the worship leader of our church, Bethany United Methodist on Anderson Mill in North Austin. And if you ever want a different worship experience, come to the 9:30 service on a Sunday, because these guys rock. I sing with them every once in a while when I can, but there's a rule: rehearse on Tuesday and sing on Sunday. I'm never in town, so whenever I'm in town, I try to make it out. But obviously, if I'm in town on a Sunday,
they get people on their feet, raising their hands up.
It's a cool deal. It's a cool deal, and
Bill announces me. Are you guys ready? No.
I had one of the older congregants come up to me and say, "This is a rock and roll church." I go, "Yes, it is. It's a rock and roll church. That's what we're doing here."
And Mike Vasquez, Mike, who have you worked with? Through the years.
Well, mainly I've been a side man. A lot of people I've played with have become famous. So, but like I played with the drummer for Asleep at the Wheel. I played with him like 25 years ago. We were in a Brazilian band together.
Really?
And some people I've played with in the past of gospel music, and they've gone up to Nashville and worked with Lee Greenwood and some other people up there. So, if you want to get famous, come play with me.
Play with Mike.
The cool thing about Mike is he can play any type of music. He's played jazz, Brazilian music, Tejano. He's played a little bit of everything,
I like that versatility.
Yeah, how many guitars you got, Mike? Too many to count?
So I got more guitars than sense.
He said sense, not sins. Since we're talking about church right
There you go.
there you go.
Love it. Well, Bill, let's talk about your songwriting a little bit. Are you one of those that's driving down the highway and you think of a hook? You got
all the time.
Now you don't have to have a hook book anymore, but
all the time.
Yeah.
And the cool thing now with the iPhone is you can record it right there if you got an idea or a thought or whatever. And I play guitar a little bit, but I can't play nearly as well as these guys. So what I'll do is I'll go to Mike or Nick and say, "Hey, I got a melody, I got a lyric," and they help me with the chord structure and figuring out what we're going to do. And then when we go in the studio with Nick, he's really good at arranging. "Hey man, let's put a keyboard here. Let's you know, with You Know Me Well, we wanted a horn section. And so anyway, it's kind of come together, and I'm really blessed to have these guys in my life, really.
Awesome. Sounds like y'all are a real good team. Well, why don't y'all play one for us?
Sure. All right, we're going to start with this one. Which one are we going to start with, guys?
Most of my pain.
Most of My Pain. All right.
Bill Schoening, Nick Whitworth, Mike Vasquez, right here, TABC Radio.
1, 2.
Most of my wounds are self-inflicted. A lot of my pain at my own hand. Most of my lies had consequences. A lot of my tears fell on the land. You opened up my heart, gave me a reason to sing. Now I know my part to see in everything. Most of my time I lack direction. A lot of my path on my own terms. Most of my fears, they were unfounded. A lot of my lessons were hard to learn. You opened up my heart, gave me a reason to sing. Now I know my part to see in everything. You opened up my heart, gave me a reason to sing. Now I know my part to see in everything.
Man, that is nice.
Thank
That is nice, man. Bill Schoening here, TABC Radio, along with Mike and Nick. Good harmonies there, Nick.
Thank you.
Good harmony. Enjoyed your
He adjusted me because I sing in the key of Schoening, so it's all over the place. So.
I don't know how that song goes.
Cool song. When did you write that one?
That was
That's just had a cool feel to it.
Thanks.
Good melody.
Yeah, thanks. I wrote that in 2012 actually, and we didn't record it until last year. And Mike and I had worked on it a little bit, and then I brought it to Nick and said, "Hey, let's do something with this," you know. So anyway, that's kind of the way a lot of these songs are written. I'll write them, have an idea, and eventually I'll get them to these guys, and they kind of put the bow on it, you know.
And that's the lead off track, right?
That's correct. Yeah.
So, You Know Me Well. Now, how can folks get their hands on the
Oh,
disc?
right now it's available online at cdbaby.com, and CD Baby distributes it to a lot of other folks. I think iTunes eventually will have it, and Amazon. I just sent it to them, so it should be up on CD Baby now, and that's what we're going to do it for now. And then we might do, I'm trying to talk these guys into doing a CD release party in Austin one night, and I'll bring some CDs out there and sell a few there. But
12 solid tracks, good songs on there.
Oh yeah, got great help, you know. So I wrote them, but again, I've got so much help here with these guys, and you know, the song that you played at the very beginning, You Know Me Well, a guy named Fletch Wiley arranged the horns on that, and I worked with a guy that has 3 Grammys. He's the main arranger and producer for years with Andre Crouch, the gospel singer.
Great.
So,
Yeah.
so I brought some ringers in, you know, guys like Balford and these guys. So we have a lot of fun with this.
Where'd you record it and who produced it and all that good stuff?
Yeah, 11 of the 12 songs were produced by Nick Whitworth in his studio.
Mm-hmm.
And
cool.
one of the songs was produced by our mutual friend, Stephen Doster. That'll be the last song we play today.
Okay.
Adios auf Wiedersehen. That's a basketball road trip song because every year the Spurs go on the rodeo road trip. And that means that the rodeo takes over our building. They kick us out for a month. So we got to go play 8 or 9 road games in a row. So when they first started doing that, I started writing, bringing the guitar and writing road trip songs. I always loved road songs, you know, Roger Miller and all that. So anyway, I've written a few of those, and Stephen really liked Adios, so I let him produce that one, and he plays guitar on that as well.
Awesome, awesome. What do you got, guys? What do y'all got lined up for us next, guys?
What's next, Nick? You got that?
I've got Wide Drive.
Okay, yeah, this is a basketball song. This was originally written back in the late 90s when I was the voice of the Texas Longhorns. There was a guy named Chris Plack who played for the Longhorns, and the poster was him flying through the air at an outdoor court with the sun setting in the background. It was a really cool picture, and the poster said, "Why drive when you can fly?" And people think it's a song about the joys of half-hour airplane rides. It's not. It's a basketball song. And I said, yeah, I like that poster, so I wrote a song off the poster. So this is called Why Drive.
2, 3.
The option's open to you. It's time to make up your mind. You can go left or right. Into the lane you will find. The screen is set, the rims inside. Why drive when you can fly? Why drive when you can fly? The zone's been shutting us down, and we've been missing our threes. It's time to get a better look and take it in among the trees. The screen is set, the rims inside. Why drive when you can fly? Why drive when you can fly? It's time to take it on home. Be sure when you slam it down. Who will stop you when you take off? No one here in this town. The screen is set, the rims inside. Why drive when you can fly? Why drive when you can fly?
That is just too cool, man. That is, I love that.
Gotta have a basketball song.
You got to.
Yeah.
You bet. You know me well as the CD folks. So Bill Schoening, we've got Mike Vasquez and Nick Whitworth with us. I'm gonna get that out. Yeah,
that's all right.
slap me with a cactus, brother. Go ahead, come on. I'll get it right in a minute. Nick Whitworth. There we go.
Thank you very much. I appreciate
You
it.
gotta change the piano for this one, Nick.
Oh yeah, we're doing a
nice.
cigar.
Yeah. That's
man.
yeah. This song, real quick story about this song. I was in a bar in Philadelphia on a road trip about 3 or 4 years ago, and I was waiting on a buddy of mine who's a singer-songwriter. Ironically enough, we're going to go out and hang a little bit, and it was a crowded bar, and I see this old man at the end of the bar, and he was not smoking a cigar because there's no smoking in the bar, but he had an unlit cigar, and he looked very sad. He was at the end of the bar. He's by himself. There were people around, but he looked very lonely. And I just kind of studied this guy for a few minutes, and I kept thinking, man, what is on this guy's mind? Why is he so sad? And I couldn't figure it out. My friend came, we left, and in the song, I go up to the guy and talk to him about what the issue is. But I never actually, in real life, went up to talk to him. So I got back to my hotel room after hanging out with my friend Kenny, and I wrote it. So it's just kind of a sad song, but When I took it to Nick, I said, Nick, I think this just needs to be piano and vocal, so that's the way we kind of did it, and Nick's piano is pretty cool in the CD. Then it's called Unlit Cigar.
Love it. Bill Schoening right here, TABC Radio.
Thank you guys for bringing in this big giant piano. 10-foot grand, and I can't believe you got it in the studio. It's awesome.
Barely fit in my trunk. There's an old man at the end of the bar. He stares straight ahead with an unlit cigar. His eyes lack expression, but they hint of pain. There are people around, but he's lonely again. What was on his mind? A lover who left him somewhere down the line. Is there a clock he can rewind? He needs to see her face just one more time. The bartender pours him a beer. No words are exchanged. Now I see a tear. Patrons, they just leave him alone. There with his thoughts from a time long gone. What was on his mind? A lover who left him somewhere down the line. Is there a clock he can rewind? He needs to see her face just one more time. I walked over and reached out my hand. He shook it and said, do you understand? This pain deep inside, it won't go away. Cause here in my heart is where she stayed. What was on his mind? A lover who left him somewhere down the line. Is there a clock he can rewind? He needs to see her face just one more time.
Beautiful. Wow. Beautiful.
Sad song.
Well, you know what I like about that? It's kind of it certainly paints a picture. I mean, it's a movie, and as I was sitting here listening to you sing it, I had the movie playing in my mind. It was just awesome. You can just visualize it.
Yeah, because we've all been there, right? In a bar where there's a guy by himself and it's kind of not ostracized, but just kind of
Yeah.
off on his own. And I was wondering what happened. So that's what I came up with. I don't know why he was sad, but I figured it was some lady who dumped him years ago.
But I like the feel too with Nick on piano, and then you do the
That's what the Nick Man do.
a songwriting friend of mine, I dabble in songwriting a little bit. Hobson Smith's written with Wayne Carson and folks like that. Wayne, of course, wrote Always on My Mind.
Oh, yeah.
But what I'm getting at here is this song reminds me of what Wayne told Hobson when Hobson was just a young songwriter. You got to hit them here, and I'm tapping on the heart
Right.
before you hit them here, and I'm pointing to the mind.
Yeah.
And that song hits you in the heart first.
Yeah,
And that's what I love about that song, man. That's a good song.
Thanks, brother. Appreciate that. Yeah, it's Ursula's favorite song, Nick's wife.
Yes,
So.
absolutely.
Yeah.
Cool. Good German woman.
Ursula, ja.
Ich bin Deutsch.
Ja.
Ja.
Ich spreche ein klein bisschen Deutsch. Ich lerne Deutsch auf meiner Oberschule für 3 Jahre.
Das ist gut.
That's the school. Yeah. I'm actually going to Germany with Jerry this summer. So,
Really?
Yeah. So I'm brushing up on my German. I've been to Germany before, and everybody speaks English. So they kind of tolerate my German. Their English is so much better than my German, but they kind of let me speak a little German.
Are you going to perform any?
No.
No shows?
No shows. We're just going to drink wine.
Because I mean, Texas music is huge.
Oh, it's
Yeah,
where the money is.
It's huge, yeah.
If I can bring these guys. Nick, you want to go to Germany? Come on.
I'll check my calendar.
Let me think about it a minute. Yes.
Yeah.
No, man, I'm loving this.
Cool.
And you got a website for your music and everything, or do
You
you
know,
just,
I don't really need to do that. I need to get with my high-tech people here and figure that out.
But once again, let folks. I mean, you're on Facebook, right?
Sure.
And then folks can also go to. You said CD Baby and
CDbaby.com right now.
iTunes, right?
Yeah, it's going to be on iTunes and I think Google Play and all the different variations that CD Baby is connected with. So that should be out there, hopefully, because we've never released anything digitally before. So this is the first foray into that.
And if you're just joining us, Bill Schoening here, voice of the San Antonio Spurs, but also got a great CD out right now called You Know Me Well, and we've got Mike Vasquez and Nick Whitworth.
Wow, nailed it, Jim. Yeah.
You can sign my paycheck now. But no, this is fun. You guys are doing great, and
Thanks, man.
y'all got a good chemistry here between y'all.
Yeah, we've been together for, messing around with songs for a long time now. Yeah, a decade, really.
I can tell, and it gets to the point when you play together that long too, you can just kind of look at each other.
Oh,
you don't
yeah.
know if you want to go longer, if y'all are at the gig, you can just look at them.
We just kind of.
You don't even have to talk, right?
Yeah.
Wink at each other.
Yeah.
Hey there.
Absolutely. So we through all everything. We're over to the last one already.
No, I think
Okay,
we got a couple
two more?
actually.
What we got left?
Let's see.
His name?
We got Back by News.
Back by Noon. Yeah, real quick story about this song. Back by Noon. My best friend in Philly's a guy named Ken Queter. He's a singer-songwriter. And he had a buddy that taught him how to write songs named Billy Scheid. And unfortunately, Billy had some demons, and he died from cirrhosis of the liver at a very young age. And he had a lot of good songs that never got finished. And he wrote this song called Back by Noon. He never wrote a second verse. He never recorded it. And Kenny would play, just a real short version of it every once in a while. I said, Kenny, finish that song. And he never did. So I said, you know what? I like that song so much, I'm going to finish it. So I wrote the second verse, and Billy died in late 1981. So this song was probably written in 74, 75. It was never recorded. So we went in the studio and did it, and Nick and Mike did a good job on it. So it's called Back by Noon.
What a story. I love it.
Ready?
I was dancing lightly through life at a furious pace. I woke up one morning, had a laugh on my face. My eyes were lit up like some old racehorse, and my hair was imperial blue. My eyes were lit up like an old racehorse. I knew exactly what I had to do. I went down to my place of business. I took all the money out of the safe. I locked the doors and closed the windows. And I hung up a sign with a piece of tape. There's a time to die and a time to fly, and they both are coming soon. back by noon. I've been thinking lately, it's time for a cool change. Staying around here's doing me no good. I need a reason, there's a change of season. I'm taking off like I said I would. I went down to my place of business. I took all the money out of the safe. I locked the doors and closed the windows. And I hung up a sign with a piece of tape. There's a time to die and a time to fly. And they both are coming soon. If I don't die and I can't fly, I'll be back by noon. Down to my place of business. I took all the money out of the safe. I locked the doors and closed the windows. And I hung up a sign with a piece of tape. There's a time to die and a time to fly. And they both are coming soon. If I don't die and I can't fly, I'll be back by noon.
TABC Radio, Bill Schoening from the CD You Know Me Well, Back by Noon. Man, I'm really grooving on these songs. Good
Cool,
stuff,
man. Thanks, man. Thanks. This is a lot of fun with these guys. So I appreciate you guys inviting us here. This will be the last song we play here, but Jeff, thank you very much for the invitation. I've been listening to the station now, and I'm kind of hooked, you know.
Yeah.
So
Well, I'm glad for that.
I put a lot of miles in the car between Austin and San Antonio, you know. So I'm always trying to listen to some new stuff, and you've introduced me to some new artists, you know. Just in the past couple of days, I've been listening. So
Cool.
This is cool stuff.
A lot of different genres. That's what makes it cool, you know.
Yeah, a little blues, a little gospel, a little folk, a little country, you know. So,
Yeah.
I hate it all, man. I've got some stuff that I don't really play much of. You know, I've got because it's more late night music. You know, I mean, there's Willie Nelson's daughter and Arlo Guthrie's daughter.
Arlo Guthrie's daughter?
Arlo Guthrie's and Willie Nelson's daughter's got a group called Folk You.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, and they're pretty wild, right?
Yes. They're both very pretty young ladies, but their music is not, you know, it's, I
It's
can't
late-
play it right after.
Late night music?
Yeah, I can't play it after my gospel show in the morning.
You know, not a good segue, right?
Well, you know, sometimes we fly in from Phoenix or someplace at 2, 3 in the morning, and I gotta make that drive back to Austin, so now I got something to listen to.
Yeah,
Looking
those
forward to hearing Willie's daughter.
You know, the first time I've ever seen him, we was over at the backyard, and Willie was playing, and these two little girls walk out on stage, you know. They introduce him, Folk You, you know, and so, you know, I'm sitting there, and the first thing, you know, they start playing, you know, it sounds just like a couple little playing folk music, you know, got a mandolin going or something, and they go, the song starts out, "You're not good for nothing, don't let them tell you so. Shit makes the flowers grow."
See, truth in that. It's a lot of truth.
Yeah, there is. See, this is the cool thing about internet radio, right, Nick?
Oh, that's
You
true.
know, I
No.
usually work on commercial stations with the FCC's involved.
Yeah, you can't
Yeah,
say that.
yeah. You can't, that's one word you're not supposed to say, but,
Yeah, that's the worst one.
no, but I mean, you can say it on this station.
Yeah, you
Oh,
say
yeah,
that.
yeah.
But I mean, on the FCC, because I got caught. Well, as a matter of fact, I was talking to you on the phone one day, and you were at K-Fan, and you were asking me about something, and I said, "Oh, I don't give a shit." And you go, "Oh, and then it went out on the air. On
Oh,
You
that.
said it on the air?
Yeah.
No tape delay.
Did I fire you?
No, I wasn't working there at the time.
Oh, okay.
I was calling you to harass you while you were on the air.
I had a player drop an F-bomb on me at a post-game show one time, a young player from Slovenia, Dana Uber, and he thought the F word was a slang word. He didn't know. So, yeah, my engineer in Atlanta had happened, and I thought he was going to die of a heart attack.
Was there no delay?
No delay. My son was in school at the University of Washington at the time, and I get a text message, "Dad, did Bano say what I think he just said?" So,
That is so
yeah,
funny.
so it's pretty cool.
That's-
All right, well, this last song, as I mentioned earlier, we go on the rodeo road trip every year, and so I wrote a song called 8,900 Miles because that's how far we were going on that. That was the 11 trip. 2 years later, I wrote a song called Adios Auf Wiedersehen because we have so many players from foreign countries on the Spurs that there's all these different ways to say goodbye, and we're going to be gone for a month. So I thought, let's do that. Then I wrote another song. Actually, Nick wrote the melody to a song called It's February. That was the 2015
That's also on the CD.
Rodeo Road Trip song. That's on the CD as well. And so I wrote lyrics to that, and Nick wrote part of the chorus and all the music for that one. But this one, I had the melody kind of written, and I said, I want to write another Rodeo Road Trip song. So this is called Adios Auf Wiedersehen, and it's all the different ways to say goodbye. Okay? That time of year has come once again. We have to leave our families and friends. Make way for rovers and rodeo clowns. Livestock is here, we're leaving town. Adios, auf Wiedersehen, au revoir, ciao. 9 straight road games, we'll get through somehow. No matter how you say it, arrivederci, sayonara too. We start admitting the forecast is snow. Then off to Motown, it's Hitsville, you know. Next stop is Brooklyn, man, we get around. And then Chicago is my kind of town. Adios, auf Wiedersehen, au revoir, ciao. 9 straight road games, we'll get through somehow. No matter how you say it, arrivederci, sayonara too. Off to Cleveland Rock and Roll Hall of Fame. Out to Sacktown, get some sleep on the plane. The Clips in LA and then Golden State. We wrap in Phoenix, let's celebrate. Adios, auf Wiedersehen, au revoir, ciao. 9 straight road games, we get through somehow. No matter how you say it, we get through.
Schoening. All right, is your bracket busted yet? You
Oh man, forget that.
I haven't even filled one out yet.
You know, I didn't watch much college ball this year at all, and it's funny because I used to be so addicted to the NCAA tournament. But I didn't really watch much basketball this year in college game, because if you have a night off and you want to watch basketball and you're in the NBA, you're probably going to watch the next opponent or maybe one of the former players that's playing for another team. So I really didn't get a chance to watch much college ball. My good friend Craig Way is the voice of the Longhorns. He took my place, and so I kind of keep up with the Longhorns through him. But I'm from Philadelphia, and Villanova is one of the top teams in the country, so I've been kind of following them a little bit.
I guess they're still in it.
Yeah, they're still.
Sweet 16
Yeah,
starts tonight.
yeah, exactly. Yep. So I'm looking forward to that. So,
But that's going to be cool. But we got a couple of Texas teams. How about A&M? I went and saw them play Alabama, and they just, both teams looked lethargic, man. They were like sleepwalking out there, and I thought, A&M's going to struggle this year. Look at them.
Yeah,
They're
they
in
beat
the Sweet 16. They came
North Carolina.
They
so-
beat the hell out of them.
Yeah. North Carolina's one of those blue blood basketball programs you don't expect to lose.
Well,
to
Roy
Texas A&M.
Williams has never lost by as many. Did they beat him by 20 or
Yeah,
what?
it was crazy.
But anyway, Sweet 16. I had to talk a little basketball.
That's all right. Yeah.
We got our I guess the Red Raiders are in there too. So
Yeah,
Texas Tech and
Chris Pierce, good coach out there. Yeah, so I spent so much time in the old Big 12, the old Southwest Conference for that matter. So yeah, I've been to Lubbock a few times. So what a great area for songwriters. Of course, all started with Buddy Holly
And Joe Ely too.
Kimmy Rose, Joe Ely, James McMurtry,
Butch Hancock from there. I think.
Butch Hancock is from there.
What about
Jimmy
Jimmy
Dale
Dale?
Gilmore. all these Lubbock guys. The Maines brothers. Lloyd Maines.
Lloyd.
Yeah, Natalie, his daughter from the Dixie Chicks. So Lubbock's a really cool spot for music.
It is. Well, folks, pick up Bill Schoening's new CD.
CDbaby.com. Yeah. Mhm.
Yeah.
Cool, man.
But man, thank y'all for coming in.
Oh,
to
thanks for having
TABC
us. This is
Radio.
fun. Yeah, really cool deal.
It was
Yeah.
a good
Thanks,
time. Really
Jeff.
appreciate it. And great CD, man.
Thanks, brother.
Jeff's
Appreciate that.
you got it in rotation, so
Wow, really?
folks gonna be hearing it.
Cool.
Thanks, man.
Awesome. Yeah, thanks.
I wanted to say thank you real quick to, now you mentioned in Lubbock, Deanna Knight Reed out in Lubbock is tuned in listening, said it sounded great. And Mary Beth Brown over in Houston, Texas, sent me a message, said it sounded great.
All right.
Thank you all for listening.
Thank you.
And I guess we'll go back to playing regular music now.
Back to music.
Thank you, gentlemen.
Thank you.